everyone, it's Gail Moffat here, live on A1R Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. Find me on Facebook. Now, my name on Facebook has got so long that just bear with me and I'll see if I can remember it. Gail Moffat, international spiritual medium and teacher. British spiritual medium and teacher. So there you go. Find me on Facebook and chat with me afterwards, perhaps. Now, we're going to have a show and we will be taking 2 callers. But before I take the calls, I'd like to have a little sort of chat about faith and belief and an understanding and perhaps what is the truth. And if you think about it, all of us at some point or another has asked the question, what is the truth about life itself? Who are we? Where did we come from? And why are we here? And what's the purpose of life in, here on the earth plane? And is there a spiritual world beyond ours? And I have to say, because I'm a medium, I can absolutely tell you that there is a spiritual world, what I call the spirit world, beyond our world. And it's somewhere where we all go. There is no exclusion. We all go to this spirit world. And this is where we go after we've passed from the earth plane. And so in a way, death is just but a transition. It's a transition from this world to the next. And I want to say that when we are here, it is a very different world to the world that we go to. The world here is full of materialism and full of, we have different motivations than perhaps we would have in the spirit world. We look to go, we look to have our academic ability all sorted out. We look to go and get a good job or go to school or college or university, whatever you want to call it, wherever you are in the world. We look to have, we look to have, achievements in life. But ultimately, those achievements, I've got a little cat that's just crawling along so come and join me. Come on then. You can come and see. This is called Monkey, and she's come to join us. And you can probably just see her ear in the corner. But anyway, so we all come to the earth plane because we have to achieve a life here where it enables us to have an understanding of life. And if you think about it, we can't be that perfect person to somebody else unless we've walked in their shoes, unless we have an understanding. And compassion is so important, something so important to learn. And when we go to the spirit world, that compassion is so important in that world, to have that empathy for others, to give to others, to have that spiritual way about us is just fantastic. But anyway, that was sort of short, and I know that I've got a caller waiting to speak, and we have Mary in Dublin, Ireland. Are you there, Mary?
I am. How are you?
Oh, hello, Mary. There's a little bit of feedback, but I think we can catch each other. I absolutely love Dublin. It's a beautiful city, isn't it?
Thank you. Yes, it is. Yes.
Yeah. So how can I help you this evening? Or you're probably 1 o'clock in the morning there.
It's about that, yes. I'm staying up late. What can you pick up on anything? I'm asking you about relationships, please.
About relationships. Would I understand, are you in a relationship at the moment that you would like me to discuss?
Well, yes, but it's a very unhappy one.
And so you're looking for possible relationships outside of that?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. The first thing that I want to say before I go any further is I know that I have a grandfather in the spirit world that is connecting to you, that wants to help you in this situation. And I feel that he comes through, and I feel that he feels like he's on your father's side. Would you understand a grandfather on your father's side of the family in the spirit world?
Yes. I never met him, but I would think so, yes.
Well, he's met you loads of time because he comes around you in your life. But what he's felt it's very important for him to come through, because he is coming through with an extreme amount of indignancy. He's cross and he's angry at what's going on in your life at the moment. And he's telling me that you're not truly being yourself in your life. It's almost as though the way you express yourself and the way you are is not you in a normal situation. Would you understand that?
Yes, living a double life, really. Yes.
And I get the feeling that with you that you it's like a feeling of being suppressed in your life.
Yes.
And he's so cross. He's just so cross. It's like, how dare anyone treat my granddaughter like that? How dare they do that? He comes through with such sort of anger towards this person that you're in a relationship with, anger that you are compelled to be a person that's not really you. And he's saying to me that, and this is where it's quite important. He's saying to me that he is he's adamant that he's going to assist you in helping you move on in this relationship, because he's telling me this is not a healthy relationship and it's not good for you. Would you understand why he says all of that?
Yes, I would. Yes, because it's very controlling.
And I feel like I want to talk about finances as well, because I feel that on some level that's controlled around you. Would you understand that?
Yes, that's right, Gail. Yes.
And it's almost like you're not allowed to. It's like you're controlled in every aspect of your life. And
that's right.
He is saying that he's going to make it his mission from the spirit world to assist you in becoming free in your life, because this is what he wants for you. He says that I've stood by and had to watch this for so long, and one of the rules in the spirit world is you can't have you're not allowed to have intervene unless it's the right time. So in other words, there's something about this where you were meant to meet and be involved in this situation, but it's almost as though now's the time when you're able to be free. Now is the time when he's able to step forward and help you in obtaining your freedom. And he's very, very pleased to come forward and say this to you. And he's saying to me that he was a gentleman, and he always treated people with respect and care and love. And this was something that was taught to him by his father and his grandfather. And I feel that it's something that went through the family. And he's basically saying to me, this is unacceptable for any member of my family, and wanting to yeah, so he's just reiterating he wants to help you move forward. Would you understand sort of like a heart problem with your grandfather? Are you aware of how he passed?
No, I'm not.
You're not aware of how he's passed, or is what you're saying?
I'm not aware. No, he was. I never met him. I never met
him. So I'm getting the sense of a heart problem as to a reason why he passed. And I'm also getting the sense that there's something about, there was something about his life where he had to obtain freedom in his life, where he was restrained or constrained in some way. And this is why he's the perfect person in the spirit world to assist you. And I don't feel like he was restrained in a relationship way, but it may be a family way, but I feel like there's some sort of political problem that was around him that caused him to be quite restrained and quite unable to be free in his life. And I know that he's I feel so important about this, that he is eager to assist you. So that's where we're coming now. The first things first is you've got to be free. And I know, because I do feel that there will be, now I'm just being shown this. You're going to meet somebody that's going to assist you in your freedom, because it's almost like you've got to run away from home. And like, it's almost as though you've got to escape from this situation. And I feel that you're going to have somebody assist you in this. And I don't know whether this is a future relationship or whether this is somebody just in a transitional time assisting you move on. But I know that you're going to get help. You're not going to have to do this on your own. And your grandfather is telling me how he's bringing this person to you in order to get this freedom, in order to get you free. He's so incensed. I can't impress on you how incensed he is about the way you're treated.
Wow.
But I also
somebody from my past.
Sorry, say that again?
Would it be somebody from my past?
Or what that helps you
yes.
Get?
I'm sorry. Yeah.
I feel that it's some. I don't know who this person is, but I just know that this person is going to be in your life at the point in time where you need to be free. And I feel that there is. It's like I'm being told very, very strongly from Spirit. This is the time for your freedom. This is absolutely going to take place for you. Now, I also want to say to you that the point in time when you meet somebody is not yet. And I just get the feeling that it's going to take some time before you're in a position to be available or ready to meet somebody else. It's almost as though you're going to become free, and I feel like you're going to have to go through some healing process and become strong in yourself to be ready for the next relationship. But this is all going to happen for you, and I just feel that it's so wonderful that I've had the honour of speaking to you at this time when it is the time for you to become free. Watch this space. I know this is going to happen for you. How does that all sound to you, Mary?
Thank you so much. Is it going to be soon? Will it be the next few months, or?
I'm just hearing we're working on this sort of roundabout now, and it's all about this person coming to your like, it's like somebody's going to come into your life and rescue you. But it's going to be it's going to be a challenging time for you, and I really understand that, because I know that there's an element within you where you don't have a great deal of confidence in yourself, and your self-esteem is quite low as a result of all what you've experienced. But what I'm hearing from Spirit is almost like, watch this space, wind the clock forward 5 years, and you're going to be such a confident, bubbly sort of person, and a different person, and you won't have to become that person that is like, it's like you're a little mouse in your world, and yeah. That's not you. It's not you. It's not who you were as a child, and it's not going to be who you are as you move forward in your life.
That's so true. That's so true.
So, Mary, I've got another caller waiting, so I'm going to have to go. But it's been...
Thank you. Thank you
but
so
Mary,
much.
Find me on Facebook. Gail Moffat is my name, and it's Moffat as in the town in Scotland. And it's I'm Gail Moffat, spiritual medium, international spiritual medium and teacher. And just find me and touch base with me. And if I can help you any further, I will.
Thank you so much.
Best of luck. My heart goes out to you. Lots of love to you. And thank you for calling in.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
That's my pleasure, Mary. Right, we have another caller. Kathy in Brisbane, Australia is next. Are you there, Kathy?
Yes, Gail, I am.
Hello, Kathy. How are you?
I'm good, and how are you?
Oh, I love your accent. I'm good. Now, how can I help you this evening?
I would just like to know whether my delays are all over for my trip overseas. I'm being sponsored to go over for work, and there's been lots of delays lately, and I just want to know whether they're all over and whether I'm ready to go soon.
What I heard, because the sound is a little bit poor at the moment, I heard that you're being sponsored to go overseas, and there's been some delays, and is that going to come about? Is that correct?
Yes. Yes, that's correct.
So I've got the gist of it. Good. Right. I'm just going to connect with my guide and see how we can work with this.
Sure.
Right. Okay. What I'm hearing about you is I feel like I want to be quite impressed with you, Kathy. I feel that you're a talented person, and are you quite sporty?
No, I used to be, but unfortunately I've sort of let myself go, but trying to sort of get back into fitness again.
Right, but yeah, because and maybe this is I'm being shown this as a memory link back in the past, because I'm seeing you sort of being quite sporty, but I'm also being told that you're quite. I know that you're quite ambitious, and I know that you're sort of ready to go on to pastures green, and you're also. I feel like I want to tap my fingers. I'm tapping my fingers. I'm quite frustrated, and I know that and I'm also being shown that I'm quite, sharp in my mind, and I'm quite sort of clever, and I'm being told that. Now let me see. I'm hearing the words like now is not the time, and I don't know whether that means now on Wednesday. Well, I'm in South Carolina at the moment, so it's Wednesday evening here. So you'll be Thursday morning, but it's almost like now's not the time. And I know that as I move forward in time, there will be a change of direction for you. And I feel that you're going to be, I'm hearing the word calling. It's a calling. It's almost like there's something you're meant to do, something about you that's quite, are you quite spiritual? Are you quite...
I do fiddle with cards and crystals and pendulums, but only for my own benefit. I don't really do it for anybody else, only because I probably don't believe in myself to be able to read cards properly, but I do have a little bit of a fiddle.
Yeah. Well, that's how I started, with a little bit of a fiddle. And but I just get that sense with you. It's just like I'm just going off track a bit, I know, from your question. But I just know that there is an ability with you, a psychic, spiritual ability. And I feel that you need to sit in circle and develop your mediumship. Because I'm being told by my guide that you have a strong spiritual sense and connection to spirit. Would you understand through your life getting certain things, like, I don't know where that came from, but I've got this, or something like that?
Yes, yeah. I'm also a Reiki 1 healer, but I don't really sort of use it, for anybody. I used to use it years ago when I used to work for a psychic, but I just have sort of let it go in the background.
Yeah. Because what my guide is saying to me, my guide is a monk and his name's Arthur, and he's always worked with me, but he does work with other people as well. I know that he's quite busy, and he checks up on people that I've done readings for. And what he's saying to me is that and obviously this is your choice. We have free will, but it's almost as though it's quite important that you find the right person to develop your mediumship and connect to spirit. And he's saying that he will take on the personal challenge of assisting you in helping you find that right person to develop your mediumship in Australia. Because he's saying to me that there is a huge talent within you and it needs to come out and be expressed. It's, every now and again I do readings for people who have, if they want it, a big path in front of them with spiritual ways and spiritual matters. And I just know that this is something that is quite, it's like spirit are jumping up and down with me. We've got to get her. Does that make sense, or what I'm saying?
Yes, I mean, I've got lots of friends that are psychics and clairvoyants and mediums, but just in general, like they're just friends, and I just seem to be drawn to people like that, I think.
Yeah, but I think it would be. I know that Arthur will be helping you if you take that take the baton and run with it. But I just get the feeling with you that. When I'm looking at your, going overseas, I just feel like there's just going to be more delays. There's something that doesn't feel, I'm not saying that you'll never go overseas, but I'm just not feeling it around
I
about
think it's
now.
Because at the moment, my sponsor is in the US, and he's not back to Germany until the September. So that may be the delay, because they won't send me to the US to be with him. I have to wait probably until he arrives back in Germany, like he's Australian, but until he gets back to Germany probably before. I'm thinking that may be the delay.
But I'm also being told by Arthur that he just wants you to encourage you to develop your mediumship. And it may well be until you take that baton and start developing it, that it's almost like things will get restrained until you start. It's sometimes that happens. He's not telling me that will happen, but I just know how things work. And I just feel that, if you develop your mediumship, you'll start to see doors open more for you. Because he's saying to me, you have an extreme talent of mediumship that has stretched back before you were born and in other lives. Because I know that you've lived other lives where you've had mediumistic abilities. And I feel I don't normally get other lives, but I feel drawn to France with you in a previous life. Have you ever been drawn to France?
No, I've never been overseas. I'm looking forward to heading overseas, but yeah, I haven't been over there yet.
But when I talk about France, do you feel drawn to the language or the country in any way or shape or form? I'm being drawn to the period when Joan of Arc was there.
No, not really. I did learn French in Year 7 only because it was part of the school curriculum. But I have sort of wanted to go and see the Eiffel Tower, but I haven't felt drawn to go overseas. No, not really.
Yeah. Well, I just feel that there's some mediumistic ability that is really, really strong with you. Now, I know that I've got 60 seconds, 20 seconds, I've just been corrected with a smiley face. But I just want to say to you that stick with your development. Go and find somebody that will assist you in your development. And also, just remember that there are delays. And I'm not saying that you won't go ahead and go abroad, but I just feel that there's going to be more delays before you get there.